Hi guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about The Kingsman. So I'm bringing you this later than I wanted to. I know I took some time with this and a lot has been going on. You might notice my voice, I'm getting through a cold, and that was partially why I took some time with this video, like I took some time filming it. But also I went and watched this film the day before Christmas Eve, so Christmas Eve, and then it was Christmas Eve and then Christmas, and then I started getting a cold. So yeah, a lot has been happening and I just had to deal with all of it. But I'm here now and I don't even know if this will be up before the end of the year. So in case you're watching this in 2022, Happy New Year. If this goes up before the new year, I hope you have a good New Year's Eve. Also belated Merry Christmas. Just covering all grounds, but I guess that's pretty much it. So let's get to the movie. So if you have been following me for a while, you know that I've been waiting for this film for so long. It was in my most anticipated for this year, it was my most anticipated for last year, and obviously it didn't come out. But even before that, I was waiting for a Kingsman 3. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. Like in the early stages, I wanted a Kingsman 3 with Taron Egerton and Eggsy and all of that. But yeah, I knew once they announced everything, like last year, a little bit before, I knew this was going to be a prequel, and that put me off a little bit just because I really like Eggsy and that whole vibe. But the director is the same, so I thought this could still be fun and have the same vibe. So yeah, but as I said, this is a prequel. This follows like the really early stages of the Kingsman organization and its founder, and here is trying to stop a war from happening. That's pretty much it. This film has a few big names such as Ralph Fiennes, but it also stars Gemma Arterton, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Rhys Ifans, and Matthew Good. I don't know if I'm pronouncing everyone's name right, so I always say this, so I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing a name. But yeah, there's a few big names here, and yeah, let's get to my thoughts. As I mentioned before, I went to this one with a lot of hype, but also with caution, and that was good because this was not really what I wanted out of a Kingsman movie, and still I was disappointed. I just felt like there was something missing. Most of it, I actually think it was like the cinematography and the directing, which is odd because it's the same director, but this one wasn't as fun or as entertaining as the previous ones. I don't know if it's the time period because the other movies are set in modern day, and so we have a lot of new gadgets and stuff. In here we have to work with like old guns and old things, and that might not be as fun to watch. So could be that, but also I just think how it was handled, it wasn't as fun, and I don't think it was as gory as other Kingsman films, because I remember like there's one particular scene in the second one which was like crazy, but both the previous films are pretty gory, and I don't think this one was as gory, and yeah, I don't know if that played a part, but overall I just don't think it's as good in terms of cinematography. I also don't think these characters are as compelling and as charismatic as Eggsy. And I knew I had like a feeling that this wouldn't be the same without Taron, and I think I was right. Like, don't get me wrong, like all these actors were pretty good, and I was still sort of entertained, but I just didn't got the same feeling as I got from the previous films. The second one isn't as good as the first one, but still I have fun with both. And here I was a little bit bored at times, and yeah, I just wasn't as engaged and as invested in these characters. There's some pretty wild moments, yes, but yeah, Eggsy is the character and Taron is like the face of Kingsman, and I just think, yeah, we need him, and maybe the modern day just works better. And yeah, and overall the actual story isn't as interesting either. They try to like make fun of some historical things, which I mean is fun, but because I'm not really an expert on history, I don't really got a lot of the references and all of that. So yeah, there's that. If you don't really know a lot of history, I don't think you will get it, and I think I didn't. So it just wasn't as interesting as the previous films. The villain was okay, but yeah, it didn't fulfill me. And after watching this, I was like, I was interested in seeing how they came up with the organization. I thought that could be interesting, but once I watched the film, I felt like this was unnecessary. We didn't really need all of this film to explain how the Kingsman was born. And yeah, I just felt like this wasn't really a Kingsman film, because it just wasn't as fun for me. It was fun at times, but it was also kind of boring at the same time. So yeah, maybe it was a bit too long as well. I don't know, I just didn't vibe with it as much as I just vibe with other ones. Like, I love the first Kingsman, it's one of my favorite films of all time, and this one was a bit of a letdown. But don't get me wrong, I still liked it. I just was disappointed in the end. Post that, let's get to my scores. Overall, I give the film a 3 out of 5. As I said, it's not a bad film. Cinematography, even though not as good as in the previous films, in my opinion, it's still good. The actors are good, and it's still entertaining. I just feel like compared to the other ones, it's not as good. Cinematography, I also give it a 3 out of 5. As I said, it's not bad. It just could have been better, and I know what the director is capable of because he has done it previously. So yeah, I just think this isn't as good as the previous films overall, but in terms of cinematography and originality, I give it a 2 out of 5. Like, messing with history is fun, but I don't think it's that original, and how this story develops, I don't think it's really original either. So yeah, as I said so many times in this review, I was disappointed, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, guys, these are my thoughts on The Kingsman. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. I know a lot of people had fun with this, and I kind of did as well, but because I just really love the previous films. I just have stronger opinions on this one, but if you liked it, let me know, and if you didn't, let me know why. Also, I'm sorry for being late with this one, for my voice, and yeah, the next video will probably be a best of 2021, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully it will be up right in the beginning of the year, and then my most anticipated for 2022. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!